Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to Emergency Management Associates, coming to you from the Area Command, 392 miles west of Kitty Hawk Beach, North Carolina. We want to welcome everybody to our show tonight. This is Sunday night, December 15th. Folks, we came on the air last night talking about drones. We're going to talk about drones again tonight. There is sufficient information to say, allegedly, that our government knows nothing. Okay? Let me play for you a video I picked up from Faulkner Focus on Fox News from the other day. I'm going to go over here, and then I'm going to show you more information from even our Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer. This is Faulkner Focus from the Fox News. Just a second. Sorry about that. Here we go.
We have objects in the sky that are the size of an SUV over any city, over any state. It's an invasion of our airspace. In focus now, Republican Congressman Jeff Van Drew of New Jersey, member of the House Judiciary Committee on the Hill right now. How do you address this at this point?
Well, here's the real deal, Harris. You know, I'm also on the Transportation Committee, on the Aviation Subcommittee, and I've gotten to know people. And from very high sources, very qualified sources, very responsible sources, I'm going to tell you the real deal. Iran launched a mothership probably about a month ago that contains these drones. That mothership is off, I'm going to tell you the deal. It's off the east coast of the United States of America. They've launched drones, is everything that we can see or hear. And again, these are from high sources. I don't say this lightly. Now, you know, we know there was a probability it could have been our own government. We know it's not our own government because they would have let us know. It could have been some really glorified hobbyist or hobbyists that were doing something unbelievable. They don't have the technology. But let's pretend that's possible. The third possibility was somebody, an adversarial country, doing this. Know that Iran made a deal with China to purchase drones, motherships, and technology in order to go forward. The sources I have are good. They can't reveal who they are because they are speaking to me in confidentiality. These drones should be shot down. Whether it was some crazy hobbyist that we can't imagine, or whether it is Iran, and I think it very possibly could be, they should be shot down. We are not getting the full deal, and the military is on alert with this.
Look, you've given us some pretty dire information just here, and I want to make sure that our viewers are digesting this. Iran has the capability to pull up along our eastern seaboard and launch drones the size of an SUV into the skies of several states, particularly New Jersey, where we know the incoming president has a large home, also in the same county or nearby where some of these drones in New Jersey have been seen. That capability exists. It's possible some of those drones are here. So I have two questions. How are they fueling them? They have to land somewhere. Drones don't fly forever. Why don't they close down the airspace? Yes, it's inconvenient. Yes, it's the holidays. Shut it down. But if you start shooting things and you don't know how they're fueled, that's going to be mass explosions. This isn't like one spy balloon. Congressman, this is serious.
We've got to bring them down, and we've got to find a way to bring them down. I don't know exactly where they're landing. Obviously, I have some information, and again, this isn't just Jeff Van Drew. Oh, let's get on Harris Faulkner's show and say something outrageous. I'm telling you the straight deal from very high positioned individuals who are telling me this. And the bottom line is they're launching them. They are across the country. We don't even have anything like this. No. Our government and also certainly our hobbyists don't. So think about it. It's not only do I have the information, but it's also common sense. We've got to get them down. We've got to determine how they function, what they do, make sure that we can get them, and you're right, in a safe way. When I say shoot them down, get them down any way that you can, but right now they're probably extracting information. This is a clear and present danger to the United States and to our president-elect, and it's a serious business.
Well, and if one of them happens to fall, and they're fueled.
Absolutely.
That explosion could kill people.
If they're fueled and they fall down, they can kill people. Now, I have information, and the U.S. government is denying it happened, but I have information that there was a drone crash in New Jersey on Friday, early Friday morning. A drone crash. The U.S. government sealed it off. The U.S. government and police sealed off the area. Okay? There are first responders surrounding the drone. And the mayor of the town is telling all first responders that if there's a crash of a drone like this, that they need to be wearing hazmat suits. And they need to send in very high technology people to deal with it. Now, the U.S. government is in full denial. The federal government is in full denial. Let me play this video earlier this afternoon from Chuck Schumer from Washington, D.C. Chuck Schumer is the speaker, not the speaker, he's the House Majority, or not House Majority Leader. Yes, he is the Speaker from the Senate. Okay? Only Chuck Schumer can do this. Watch Chuck Schumer flail around at the very beginning. Okay? This is classic Chuck Schumer.
1 o'clock.
I'll let him go.
Okay.
This
All
is
right.
white balance.
Okay.
I think we got it already.
Thank you.
Aiden, you're going to record for it.
How am I going to hold this up? Okay. I'll do it this way.
And
Okay.
you do this
Yeah,
way.
yeah, yeah. Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Good morning, everybody. Good to be back. And first, a Merry Christmas, Happy Holiday, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy everything to everybody. Okay. So, why are we here today? We're here today because it's not a bird, it's not a plane, it's a drone. And when it comes to drones, people in the New York area and all across the country have more questions than answers. We've seen lots of recent sightings in New York, New Jersey, Long Island, Staten Island. So, it's remarkable, with all these sightings over the last while, why do we have more questions than answers? Well, we're here today for 3 reasons. First, to push a new but unclassified tech into wide use, the so-called Robin, to get answers on these drones, and also to announce that I am going to help pass, and I'm going to co-sponsor legislation that will combat these drones in a better way by allowing local police departments and state police departments to help the feds in sighting these drones, which so many have requested. If the technology exists for a drone to make it up into the sky, there certainly is the technology that can track the craft with precision and determine what the heck is going on. And that's what the Robin does. Today we're asking the DHS, the Department of Homeland Security, to deploy special detection systems like the Robin, which use not a linear line of sight, but 360-degree technology that has a much better chance of detecting these drones. And we're asking DHS to bring them to the New York, New Jersey area. That's what we're trying to do, number one. Once we get those answers, we will be in much better shape. Let's face it, our local people who have Our local people who have questions about these drones should not have to shake an 8-ball to get an answer. They want real answers, and the Robin can supply those answers, and that's why we want them here. So this is a broader and better response to the technology than we now have, and we need them deployed. Technology like the Robin was originally targeted to assess birds in aviation, so it can find little things, because when birds fly into a plane, it can be very, very damaging. But that precision is just the kind of technology, the 360-degree type of technology, that will make it much easier to figure out what these drones are, where they are, and find out even who is launching them. I've had briefings from the Department of Homeland Security. These are not classified, so I can talk about them, about this technology. I asked them about it last week, and they said this is late last week, and this is just the kind of technology we need. Drone radar is based on the use of radio waves. The radio waves are sent out in short pulses, and that means it's detectable. The question is, why haven't the federal authorities detected them yet? But now we're pushing them to get this done quickly, because it's been too long where there have been no answers. Now, it is true it's not so easy. Some of the drones are small. Some of the drones' flight patterns are erratic. Multiple drones flying together can confuse a traditional radar system. And that's why, again, this new technology can really get us the answers that we need. Also today, I've written the Secretary of Homeland Security, Secretary Mayorkas, not only to urge action on technology like the Robin, but also to get him to support legislation. It's called S-1631. Right now, state and local law enforcement does not have the ability or the legal authority to detect drones. It's only the federal agencies. But because...
Okay, let me stop right there real quick. Schumer said that the local and state police don't have authority to detect anything. Really? Our police officers don't have eyes to see what's going on? Really? Our police officers can't do the job? Chuck Schumer is full of crap. Chuck Schumer is totally full of crap, guys.
Because there are so many of these drones in so many places, our local authorities want and need the help. This legislation will get them the help. The FBI has used its authority, for instance, over the Super Bowls. I'm going to the Giant game today. There will be the feds with certain technologies right over the stadium there to detect any dangerous drones or anything else that could happen. Well, they can use the same thing to detect the drones that we now have and have seen. So that's basically it. I'll co-sponsor this legislation, and it's called S-1631, that allows the local authorities to do so, and I will be pushing it as soon as possible. As I said, and I'll do it again for this nice man who came in.
Could you hold up the photos again?
Yes, I will. I will. To this very nice fellow.
With outlet.
Okay.
Lock your face in.
Okay, I need to say something while Schumer holds that picture. That is not one of the drones. The drone picture that Schumer is holding is a playtime drone. This is a playtime drone. Anybody can get this. Anybody at all can own this drone. So what Chuck Schumer's done is he's put up a picture of something that has nothing to do with actuality of what's happening along our coastline or anywhere else here in the United States, including Texas and our heartland. Okay? Chuck Schumer has no clue.
No, good point. I should have learned that over the years.
You know how to do this.
Yes, okay. So this is what's in the sky. It's not a bird, it's a plane, it's a drone. New Yorkers have tremendous questions about it.
Okay, he says, this is what's in the sky. No, it's not. It absolutely is not. Let me show you what's in the sky. Give me a second, let him finish here. Then I'll show you what's in the sky in all reality.
We are going to get the answers for them, okay? And as I said, we'll do it this way since I did it this way last time. You should not, if you see a drone in your air over your home, you should not have to shake an 8-ball to see what it is. There ought to be better technology, and there is. We need that technology here in New York, ASAP. Okay?
Okay.
Questions on this subject? Yes.
Senator, if there's no idea where these are coming from, would you consider banning the sale of them from some of the companies that make the drones?
Well, we first have to see what they are. We have to see what drones they are, where they're coming from. Are they U.S. drones? Are they coming from... No one thinks they're from a foreign government, and no one thinks they're doing harm right now by tracking the patterns. But we certainly want to first get the answers to the questions, and then we'll take further action.
Are you in touch with the companies that make them?
We don't know they don't know what they are, so we don't know the companies. There are hundreds of companies all over the globe that make drones. We don't know which ones these are. This radar will help us find out which they are, and then we can go talk to the companies.
Senator, everybody who has a drone, especially in the media, right? These drones are being watched constantly. So how is it that you have drones that nobody knows anything about?
Well, they've happened in the last few weeks, and there is technology that can detect them, and that's what we're urging to happen right now.
So in other words, you're saying that these drones are not registered like normal?
Correct.
These
There
are
is no...
unregistered drones.
There is no system. This is what our legislation helps do. There's no system for registering any drone. You have, as long as the drone is not near an airport or a military base, as long as it is flying below a certain level altitude, people have a right to fly them. You can go to a park and some people are flying drones.
Got it.
Sir, as the author of the UAP amendment in the 2024 National Defense Authorization
Yes.
Act, you, among anybody, should be calling these what they are. We don't know they're drones, correct? They are UAPs. Why?
We don't-
Why aren't they being called UAPs?
Because we don't know if there are UAPs, we don't know what they are. That's what we're trying to find
They're
out.
identified, of course.
Nobody knows what they are. We have to find out.
Senator,
Yes.
are these U.S. military drones?
We don't believe we do not believe they are U.S. military drones, or the military would have told us that.
Why have a precaution been taken sooner? Why now? Why have a precaution?
Well, all of a sudden, they're in the skies all over the place, and so we got to find answers, and then the legislation will provide much more authority as to where and when drones can fly. Right now, there is no authority to that, because there are so many hobbyists and everybody else who flies drones. So you got to figure out how to do it.
Senator,
Have you spoken with top government leaders about the possibilities involved with non-human intelligence?
Look, we have spoken with top government leaders about finding the answers to what these are. We don't know what they are. No more, sir. Let other people. Okay?
when will you have a definitive answer of what these drones or where they're coming from?
The sooner the better. We've talked to the Homeland Security and the FBI and told them we need answers quickly, and they've said this legislation will help, and they say getting the robins in the area will help.
Senator, drones are required to have digital license plates. Why hasn't there been any public
There's
process?
the laws on where and when and who can fly drones are rather limited, and this legislation will make it greater. Will help make it greater. Yes, we'll take one more, and then we got to go.
Governor Hochul came out with a statement just about 50 minutes ago saying that in response to her calls for additional resources, federal partners are deploying a state-of-the-art drone detection system in New York State.
We need the Robin system here. That's what we're asking
How
for.
does that fit into what she's saying?
I haven't talked to her, so I can't tell you. I don't know.
We can talk to
She's
them.
calling for the passing the counter UAS authorities.
That's the bill that I talked about. Okay. Okay. Thank you, folks. I gotta go.
Is the Robin?
Yes, you didn't get one.
Is the Robin another?
The Robin is a 360-degree type radar that
Radar.
can fly
It's not
on
a
a plane.
drone.
It's not a drone, but it can fly on a drone. It can fly on an airplane. It can go anywhere. But because it's 360 degrees, it has a much better chance of detecting
It acts
things.
like a bird, Robin.
If you find out that the people that are doing this are private citizens, will they be charged with any type of crime?
No, there's no crime of doing this right now unless they are near a military base, unless they are near an airport.
All right.
Thank you, everybody. Okay.
Okay, they were near an airport last night. I saw the pictures of it, but I'm not allowed to show them on this channel. It was proprietary information. I'm not able to show that to you. Let me show you, and I showed this to you last night. Let me show you the proprietary drone technology that a company here in the United States put together, and it's the same kind of equipment that is being used against us now in the air. Basically the same equipment right here. Okay? This is one in the air. I'm sorry, this is the one on the ground. Okay? This was during a test on the ground. It was called an XP4 drone. Okay? This is not on loan, but it's actually being used by the Navy right now. Okay? This is about 30 to 40 feet long wingspan. Okay? The body of this holds batteries and holds technological equipment to launch these off Navy ships. Okay? This is the drone being used. It's got a sweep wing technology, meaning the wings can go straight out, or they can go forward like this, or they can go backward like this. Okay? It's got sweep wing technology. Now let me show you another picture of this very same plane in the air. Okay? Let me pull that up for you. This is that very same plane in the air right here. Let me pull this off to the side. Let me bring up that other plane that I just showed you to show it to you side by side here so you can see what we're talking about. Okay? It's the exact same plane. Just a second here. That's the exact same plane, guys. Okay? Now these clowns, okay, I'm going to tell you this right now. I've never been a man who liked Chuck Schumer. From the time I met this guy a lot of years ago, I didn't like him at all. He's a shyster, he's a snake in the grass. He can't look at you straight on, eye to eye. He's looking all over the place. Okay? He can't look at you eye to eye. He won't maintain eye contact. He's a snake in the grass. Okay? Julie Jo says she can't take this seriously. Really? Guess what? Right now we have to take it seriously. Right now we have to take this seriously. Like I said, I saw images last night of planes flying over LaGuardia and or JFK last night. And I can't show them to you. Unfortunately, I can't show them to you. This is one photograph from the other day with drones flying over New Jersey. This is drones flying over Lebanon Township, New Jersey. These are not planes, these are drones. Okay? They're drones. For the United States government to say they know nothing about it, and even Biden isn't talking about it. Why not? He's the President of the United States. Our President-elect, President Trump, has already said, if they can't identify them, they need to shoot them down. If they can't identify them, they need to shoot them down. Let me put up that screenshot as well. The screenshot I obtained from President Trump here is from Truth Social. Okay? Mystery drone sightings all over the country. Can this really be happening without our government's knowledge? I don't think so. Let the public know and know now. Otherwise, shoot them down. Mystery sightings all over the country. Can this really be happening without our government's knowledge? I don't think so. Let the people know, and now. Otherwise, shoot them down. Okay? We're over 30 days away from Inauguration Day on January 20th. Honestly, I can't wait. I can't wait for that day. Because this kind of stuff is happening. And I believe President Trump will get into it. He will let the country know what's going on. Because Biden won't do it. Biden won't let anybody know what's happening. I believe the government knows what's going on. Okay? Sweet Polly Purebred says she has a feeling that some of these drones are larger than they appear, as if they are cloaked. I don't think they're cloaked, Polly. I don't think they're cloaked. They turn off their lights. They turn off their lights. Okay? I've seen it happen. I've seen so many videos over the past week where the drones turn off their lights and go black. Okay? There are switches in cars that do that. There are switches in United States Air Force planes that do that. Where the planes turn off their transponders so they cannot be tracked. They turn off their landing lights so they can't be seen. That technology exists and it's being used. Okay? They're using it on these drones. The drones are now flying in airspace regulated by the Federal Aviation Administration. They had to shut down one of the airports in New York because there were drones flying all over the place. And they could not adequately make sure the airlines were being safe landing or taking off. And so they closed down the airspace. Unreal. Charlene saying spying on Americans, I believe that's exactly what they're doing. The drone that was crash landed in a New Jersey neighborhood was in someone's backyard. These pictures that you're seeing right now are over residential and business neighborhoods. Okay? Yes, there are drones flying over military airspace. There are drones flying over military airspace right now. And yet they're being allowed to do it. Those drones are being allowed to do it. This airspace right here. Let me show you this. This is Picatinny Arsenal. This base is a military base that manufactures BOMBS for our government, for our military. This is a highly classified, well, it's not classified, it's a highly regulated airspace, and it's highly secured. People that go up and down off this base all day long have to have top security clearance. I have that clearance still. I have had a top secret clearance since about, I want to say 1992 or 93. I still have that clearance today, and I have one higher than that. I have one of the highest security clearances you can get. It's called a Q clearance. Okay? But this is just one military airspace in question where these drones have violated the airspace. They violated Navy airspace as well. Now, there are some people, including that senator from New Jersey, that believes that these drones are flying off the Atlantic Ocean from an Iranian boat or an Iranian submarine type of affair. We don't know that. We cannot even guess where it's coming from. Yes, there have been some people that have said the drones are coming in off the Atlantic Ocean. We can't prove it. There is no justification to prove it right now. Okay? We don't know. We honestly don't know. Our government's not talking. Chuck Schumer allegedly doesn't know what's going on. But he made a big deal of showing a toy drone. A toy drone. A drone like I have. Yes, I have a drone here. But the drone he showed was a toy drone. Okay? It wasn't even a drone like that we've seen in the airspace. Okay? I've seen the videos. I've seen the videos. And I showed you some of the videos last night. I personally cannot vouch for Chuck Schumer or the President of the United States right now. Biden's nowhere to be seen. His vice president's worse than that. She hasn't been seen since she lost the election. Allegedly, she left the country to a resort with her husband for 2 weeks. We haven't heard hide nor hear from her since she lost the election. This administration is the worst administration in history. In the history of all presidential administrations, this is by far the worst. And yet, Time magazine was going to put Vice President Harris on the cover of their magazine as the political person of the year. They came out and put President Trump on the cover. But they put a smaller picture of her on the cover as well. She's worthless. She's worthless. Now, Juby Joe is mentioning the antique 8-ball. I agree. Okay? That's a joke. That's a toy. But Chuck Schumer was using that as a prop to just show they can't even guess what it is or where it's come from. I believe they know. And I believe they're holding the information out of the public eye. Okay? Chuck Schumer was talking about legislation. The New Jersey senator, I showed you the video from yesterday when he had the sheriff of the county in New Jersey that had been tracking these drones for several days. And he said he was going to put forth this legislation to try to get some help from the federal government. And yet Chuck Schumer is saying there is legislation already that the government has a radar that they can use. Why haven't they already used it? Why have they not already used it? Because Mayorkas, Homeland Secretary Mayorkas, he's also worthless, more worthless than crap on a bull. Unreal. These people need to be arrested. Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi. Yes, Nancy Pelosi is in the hospital in Europe because she fell and broke her hip. Nancy Pelosi was over in Europe celebrating the Battle of the Bulge and giving honor to our veterans from World War II. And she fell down and broke a hip. That lady should have retired a long time ago. Okay? It's not that just a lady fell down and broke a hip. She's an elderly woman in her 80s. She should never have been allowed to be a senator that long. She's been there a lifetime. She's about as worthless as crap on a bull as well. Every one of these Democrats needs to be arrested, picked up, thrown in jail, and charged with treason. And you all know the punishment for treason. And they need to do that. I'm hoping President Trump enforces that. But this is worse than the pandemic that they had back in 2020. 2019, 2020. Okay? Juvie Joe says this is a cheap trick. I agree. It totally is. Next thing you know, they're going to try to lock us down, saying we're responsible for those drones. Watch that happen too. These politicians will do anything to screw up with the American public. You can't trust any of these people at all. Can't trust them at all. Does anybody have any questions for me? I know I came on the air rather suddenly on a Sunday night, which I almost never do anymore. But I thought this was almost an emergency situation that we needed to talk about. There are people out there that are putting information out that don't know what they're talking about. I'm not going to speculate on it, but I am going to say this, is that you and I need to do something about it. Phoenix Wren just gave someone a membership to our EMA program here on YouTube. Miriam was gifted a membership by Phoenix Wren. Thank you so much, Phoenix Wren. Mary, please give Phoenix Wren a thank you for that. Appreciate it. We really appreciate it. Folks, I'm going to keep on top of this. Okay? I'm a retired federal police officer. I've been around the area a long time. Okay? I'm not going away. I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid at all. But I'm here to tell you what's going on. And I'm here to tell you the government is playing games with us. Anybody that really thinks that these drones are coming from an underwater drone carrier launched by Iran months ago, I have a feeling they don't know what they're talking about. Okay? I don't believe they know what they're talking about. Either this is our government or we've been invaded. Okay? That wouldn't surprise me either. Because this government has allowed anybody to come into this country. So yes, I believe we've been invaded. Okay? What Chuck Schumer did in that video today was despicable. Despicable. Juvie Joe has a right to be mad. Yes, he used a prop. But he's probably right doing that too. Okay? He's saying they don't know. I believe they do know. But they're playing us stupid. They're playing us like we're stupid. But we're not. Please, folks, if you have any comments, send them to me. Send them to my email or put them down beneath this video tonight after we finish talking. Okay? I will answer your questions. I will answer your comments. I'm trying very hard to answer anybody's comments to any of the videos that we put up lately. As of about 3 weeks ago, I've been trying to keep up. Before that, it was hard. Okay? But I'm trying to keep up. Send me an email as well. Just down below this video we're watching right now is our program description. At the top of the program description is our email. At the top of our program description, just below that, is a link to join our membership at EMA here on YouTube. There's a link there. Down beneath that are addresses to our PayPal and our Venmo locations where you can help support this program, which we greatly appreciate. Okay? I thank you for that. Also, before you leave today, please give us a thumbs up. That way it'll get YouTube off their butts to allow other people to watch this program. Because up until about a week or so ago, YouTube was suppressing our numbers. Because YouTube doesn't like me. I really don't give a flying rat's frosty keister whether they like me or not. We're doing a great job here. At least I believe we're doing a great job. But if you like what we're seeing, what you're seeing, and what we're talking about, or you have further comments or more information about what's going on, send me the information. Because I vet everything that comes into me. I vet it to make sure it's true, number one, and then I put it on the air. Okay? So if you have any information for me, send it over. I greatly appreciate it. I appreciate each and every one of you. I really do. On last night's video, we had over 18,000 people that saw it. For the first time in a very long time, we had 18,000 people that saw our video. YouTube has been suppressing the numbers so bad that we've had 300 or 400 people that saw the video at the beginning of our video, at the end of our video. They weren't letting anybody see it. Last night we had 18,000. I'm hoping this video has a bunch more. We'd appreciate your patronage here on this channel. Also, guys, 25% of the people that watch this channel are not subscribed. Please subscribe to this channel. We'd greatly appreciate it. When you subscribe to this channel, there's also something else you need to be doing. Please click on that little bell icon right next to the subscription button. Click on that little bell icon. When you click on that, there will be a drop-down menu of 3 items that come up. Click on the word ALL, all. That way you'll get notified when we come on the air. During the week, we try to come on the air between 6 and 7 p.m. Monday through Friday. On Saturday, we try to take off unless there's really something going on, which we did yesterday. On Sunday at 12:30, come back on the air with our Sunday School program we call Come Follow Me, the Savior Said. We had 60 people when we did that program. Now I'm coming on again this afternoon or this evening with more information about those drones. So please subscribe, please give us a thumbs up, and also leave us messages on what you think this is. And if you have any more information, send it to me in an email so I'll be able to vet it, see what's going on, and put it on the air. Everyone, I love you. I really do. I care for you. Now, as I've done before with all my other programs, or most of my other programs, I take a scripture and share it with you. This scripture comes from Isaiah 51. Actually, I'm going to go to chapter 50, and I'm going to start with verse 5. The Lord God hath opened mine ear, and I was not rebellious, neither turned away back. I gave my back to the smitters, and my cheeks to them, and they plucked off my hair. I hid not my face from shame and spitting. For the Lord God will help me, therefore I shall not be confounded. Therefore have I set my face like a flint, and I know that I shall not be ashamed. In chapter 51, Isaiah says, Hearken to me, ye that follow after righteousness, ye that seek the Lord. Look unto the rock whence ye are hewn, and to the hole of the pit whence ye are digged. Then in verse 6 and 7, before I go into those verses, I want to tell you, Isaiah the prophet saw our day. Isaiah the prophet saw our day. Okay? Chapter 51, verse 6 and 7. Betty Zoom just gave us a $20 super chat. She says, Merry Christmas, Ron, family mods, and family from Canada. Thank you so much, Betty Zoom. I'm going to give you an EMA sticker on your super chat, and I'm also going to give you a thumbs up for that, Betty. God bless you for that. We really appreciate that. Getting back to Isaiah 50, verses 6 and 7. Lift up your eyes to the heavens, and look upon the earth beneath, for the heavens shall vanish away like smoke, and the earth shall wax old like a garment. And they that dwell thereon shall die in the manner, but my salvation shall be forever, and my righteousness shall not be abolished. Hearken unto me, ye that know righteousness, the people in whose heart is my law. Fear ye not the reproach of men, neither be ye afraid of their revilings. Brothers and sisters, I believe in Jesus Christ. I read the scriptures every day, hours a day. I'm not afraid of the scriptures. I'm pretty well versed in the scriptures. The scriptures there tell us not to be afraid of the heavens or the earth. But watch what things happen. Watch things that happen. Okay? We need to keep our eyes open. We need to keep our eyes open. I love you guys. I hope you have a good night and a better tomorrow. If anything else happens tonight, we'll be back on the air to tell you about it as soon as the information becomes available. Until then, guys, take care, enjoy each other, be safe, love each other, take care of each other, and I hope you have a great night. We'll talk to you a little bit later. God bless. See you soon. Good night.